It said poor connection. Not poor anymore. It's a rich connection. Namaste, guys. Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Saturday afternoon. Hope you're having a good time. Falguni, Atmanamaste. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? So, very exciting topic. Adriana, Atmanamaste, one of my favorite topics that is covered by Grandmaster Choa Koksui, the founder of Pranic Healing and Hatha Yoga, is a book that he wrote many years ago called The Inner Teachings of Hinduism Revealed. So pretty much whenever Master Choa wrote a book, he would always have a class connected to that book. Tatiana, Atmanamaste, he would have, Clara's watching, Atmanamaste, I don't know how she's watching in the middle of nowhere. So he would write a book and then he would have a class connected to that book. So the three major classes on the different religions that Master Choa was able to go deeper into the esoteric teachings of that religion are called Inner Hinduism Revealed, Inner Buddhism Revealed, and Inner Christianity Revealed. So religion as we know it is considered, hey Jose, religion as we know it is considered exoteric teachings, EXO, exoteric teachings, which are basically the belief systems and the rituals and the rites and the facts of the religion, right? So Lord Jesus taught in parables, right? And then the esoteric teachings, ESO or esoteric, depending upon who's saying it, esoteric or esoteric teachings means the hidden teachings within the major religion, right? So in Christianity, it would be called Christian mysticism. In Hinduism, I don't actually know what it's called in Hinduism, of the esoteric teachings of Hinduism. And in Buddhism, it's called esoteric Buddhism. So it's the deeper teachings of why certain things are the way that they are. Hey, Jilly, Atmanamaste. So for instance, to my Hindu brothers and sisters out there, you see a picture of Lord Rama, right? You see a picture of Lord Rama. Janka, Atmanamaste. And the question that we would ask is, why is Lord Rama blue? Right? So Master Choa would reveal the deeper teachings as to why certain Hindu teachers and gods were portrayed as having blue skin, and it's covered in this book. So what I want to cover a little bit in this book today, it's a great book, Tatiana. What I want to cover a little bit in this book today is about the greatest disciple of all time. So the greatest disciple is known as Lord Hanuman. Lord Hanuman, known as the monkey god. And if you guys are familiar with monkeys, if you've ever had the opportunity to go to the zoo or to go to a third world country that is tropical, you'll see that there's monkeys. And one of the best ways to get a monkey who steals your water bottle or your glasses or your camera case, the best thing to do is when they run up into the tree and they're holding your stuff, is you look for a similar item that you can pick up and hold in your hand, show them that you're holding it, and then throw it down. So if they see you throwing down the item, they will throw down the item that they're holding. Because monkey see, monkey do. So one of the reasons that Lord Hanuman takes the form, Leanne, Atmanamaste. One of the reasons that Lord Hanuman takes the form of a monkey god is because in order to be a great student, in order to be a great disciple, you have to not only emulate the outer qualities of your teacher, but you have to emulate the inner qualities of your teacher. And what does that require? It requires a tremendous amount of awareness and a tremendous amount of observation to go, okay, so my physical teacher, my spiritual teacher wears these kinds of clothes, does these kinds of outward rituals and meditations and chanting of mantras. What about the inner qualities of my teacher? What qualities does my teacher have that are virtuous? Does my teacher have any weaknesses or any vices that I have to be aware of? Because my teacher's not perfect, right? No teacher is perfect, because the fact that a teacher has a physical body is an indicator that they have karma to work out, They have lessons to work out. They have more life experiences to have. So just because somebody considers themselves, or somebody is a true guru or true spiritual teacher or a Sat Guru, does not mean that they are perfect. It does not mean that they are perfect. It simply means they are further down the road than the majority of the world's population. So we want to emulate the external aspects of our spiritual teacher or our mentor, but more importantly, we want to emulate the internal qualities. Amy, Abba Namaste. Cheryl, Abba Namaste. So in today's little live stream, I want to share with you a little bit of Lord Hanuman from the book written by my teacher, Inner Teachings of Hinduism Revealed, so that you see Lord Rama, you see his wife, Sita, and then you see Lord Hanuman. Hey, Mary, Abba Namaste. Okay, so chapter 2. Now, isn't this interesting? This goes to show you the brilliance of Master Choa of being able to synthesize different religions, different belief systems, and different spiritual practices into one universal truth or universal teaching. Because he says, in the Bible, there is a saying, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And the Ramayana, which is a huge epic story within the Hindu religion, there is a story of Hanuman being sent to the mountain of medicinal herbs to get some potent medicines that grew on it. Unfortunately, he could not find the herbs and therefore uprooted the entire mountain and carried it back to Lanka. According to the story, the required herbs were then placed under Lakshmana's nose and he was miraculously revived. So aren't we familiar with the parable in the Bible that if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains? And the Ramayana was written, I believe it was 3,000 years before the Bible. It was written 3,000 years, and so the same story is showing up in the Bible as it was in the Ramayana. Isn't that amazing? So it's saying if you have a little bit of faith, you don't need a lot of faith. If you have a little bit of faith, that connects you to God, to the great ones, to your spiritual teacher, to your higher soul, which empowers you to do what is necessary, what has to be done. So the term is called Sharanagati, or another term for faith is called Sharanagati. So another term for Sharanagati is internal conductivity. Sharanagati has been mistranslated as surrender, which is not correct. In war, when the enemy gives up all resistance, we call it surrender. When an enemy surrenders, the ajna and the solar plexus chakras become small and the aura becomes small. Since the enemy has given up, he becomes weak. So many of you, especially in the Western world, might have an issue with giving up your will over to a spiritual teacher, over to a guru, over to somebody claiming certain abilities, powers that can show you the path to God. And what we're talking about is not giving up your mental and intellectual faculties because somebody told you to. That's not what true Sharanagati is. So Sharanagati is reducing your internal resistance. It is the sign of an advanced Chela, C-H-E-L. Chela means student. When a Chela becomes internally conductive, power passes through him. This kind of Sharanagati does not weaken you, it empowers you. If you have Sharanagati, you will not need to do a lot of sadhana or spiritual practice because the blessings going to you are so intense. It will be like doing sadhana. You will be like Hanuman, constantly looking at the Sat Guru and following the example of the Sat Guru. So the Sat Guru means your permanent spiritual teacher. Whether you are conscious of it or not, whether you're aware of it or not, each and every person on the planet has a permanent spiritual teacher that guides them to the path of oneness with God and oneness with all. Whether you're conscious of it or not, doing yogic practices and meditations over a prolonged period of time, your Sat Guru will reveal itself to you over time. So one of the biggest factors that creates resistance, Mary says, I'm working now, but I feel strong connection with Lord Hanuman. I will watch this later. Very good. Which is interesting because my business partner in Jersey City, New Jersey, many years ago in real estate, one of his greatest spiritual teachers or greatest Hindu teachers was Lord Hanuman. He had a very strong affection to Lord Hanuman. One of the number one reasons that prevents us from having conductivity and receptivity to our Satguru and to the energies and empowering energies of God is pride. So if you feel or you think that your cup is already full of all the blessings, of all the wonderful qualities of God, then you're not open and receptive to receiving any more. You say, I already know everything I already need to know. I already feel as good as I'm ever going to feel. I'm already doing exactly what I need to do in my life. I don't need any more feedback. Hey, Francisco, Atma Namaste. Natasha, Atma Namaste. So removing negative pride is a key to being internally conductive and receptive to the blessings of God and to your spiritual teacher. Does that make sense? So we are all working on it. As I understand it from my teacher, Grandmaster Cho Kokusui, even the holy masters who are very, 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 very advanced, even the holy masters can fall due to pride, which is kind of amazing. If they, at their level of development, can fall due to pride, how much more for us? How much easier would it be for us to fall due to pride? And negative pride is simply not seeing things clearly, thinking that you, as the individual, are the source of the empowerment. You, as the individual, is where all the energy is coming from and where all the wisdom is coming from, where all the love is coming from, and that's simply not the case. We are simply vessels or conduits for the light, love, and power of God and the great ones to pass through us. But as soon as we start thinking we are the source, whether we're a professional energy healer, we're a meditation teacher, we're an allopathic doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, an accountant, as soon as we think we are the bomb biggity dig diggity, our energy levels drop. Hey Meg, Atma Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so Hanuman is the foremost bhakti yogi. So bhakti means devotion. So there's a form of yoga called bhakti yoga, which means devotion. So people who are very heart-centered, devotional kind of people, they tend to be attracted to that path. So if you look at Christianity, Christianity is two forms of yoga. Bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. So a Christian is devoting their energies, their attention, their affections to Lord Jesus. And then the other aspect is karma yoga, the yoga of action or the yoga of service. So Christianity are those two forms of yoga combined. Bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. Karma yoga, the yoga of action and service. So he has a tremendous Sharanagati, constantly looking at the Satguru, his spiritual teacher, at the avatar Lord Rama, and always meditating on the avatar. He once said to Lord Rama, I am your servant, but spiritually we are one. When you have Sharanagati, you will experience oneness with your Satguru, oneness with the avatars, and oneness with God. You will tell your Satguru, yes, I am your disciple. Yes, I am your servant, but spiritually we are one. You can say that only if you have Sharanagati. You can say that only if you become a Hanuman. So Hanuman is a quality that we're trying to develop in each and every one of us of being more conductive and more receptive to God. So when we meditate, we're practicing a quality of Lord Hanuman. When we do service, we're practicing a quality of Lord Hanuman. When we are tithing, we are practicing a quality of Lord Hanuman. When we are praying, we are practicing a quality of Lord Hanuman. Meaning we are removing our inner resistance to accepting and receiving the blessings of God. Does that make sense? So Leanne says, how do we get past our block